Okay, I know you literally cannot see me, but I have been struck yet again to record a little video while I drive, just to talk about how I feel and what my feelings are. And sorry you can't really see me, but like, I hope my voice does a better job at picking up what I'm saying. Yeah, I just finished our last dress rehearsal for the show that I'm in, and I'm headed back to where I live to pick up my hair care products because I'm going to be spending some time in St. George for the next little bit. Just to, it's been nice. I don't have to drive as much, and I'm staying at my aunt's house, and I already have my room there, and I just have all my things, and it would be nice to be able to shower and also do my hair. I wasn't planning on doing my hair for the 3 days that I was there. I have a shower cap. Guys, I promise I'm not sticky. I promise. But yeah, I am gonna get my hair stuff so that I can just do a full everything shower before we open tomorrow, because we open tomorrow, and that's literally I'm like, whoa, that's crazy, that's insane, but also so fun. I literally have not done a summer show since 8th grade. That's so crazy to me, and it has been so lovely. It is so nice. The cast, once again, I know I talked about this in my last video, my video diary, so nice to me and so kind, and I adore all of them. But yeah, after rehearsal ended, I was just in the car chatting with one of my new friends that I made. Her name is Zoe, and I was just kind of talking about what I was going through, and then something in me was like, I should just talk about this and then post it, because why not? Who really cares, right? Because who really cares what I do? I'm one person out of the 8 billion people. That's actually insane statistics, and I just kind of I want to do this, so I'm going to, which is kind of what I've been feeling for the past few weeks. Actually, it's just kind of no, wait, I have a life, and I can live my life the way I want to. And something that I've realized recently is that I can't control the way people are. And that's okay. Because why do I need to? Huh? Why do I need to, and why do I care if I want to? I don't know. The whole thing, I've grown very detached from outcomes, from situations, and it's honestly made me feel so much better because, a little hiccup. Sorry. I'm leaving that in because I don't want to edit these, because that's part of the fun, I guess, for me. It's just to post my unfiltered thoughts, and if people ever watch these, they can get those too. This is who I am. This is me. Literally, what I've been going through the past few weeks has just been coming back to me, and let me tell you, I have never felt more like myself, and it has been so nice, because at the beginning of summer, when I was really going through the trenches and was really depressed, I felt like I didn't even know who I was anymore. And as somebody who's always been consistently sure of themselves, confident in themselves, I needed that. I needed to feel like me again. And so for some reason, at the beginning of the summer, regardless of what I've said or what I thought it was, I don't know what happened, but I know that it did happen. And here I am now, several weeks, months later, and I feel so much better just because I started living. I had this note I wrote down. I have this note section in my phone called Enlightenment. long story, I want to write a book eventually, one day, hopefully, and I want to talk about my views on life and like how I view this world. And literally, I was looking at it today and I saw one that I was like, damn, I really thought of that. Like, I thought that at one point in my life, and it was like, fear is how you know you're surviving. Being in love with life is how you know you are thriving. And that, like, now I'm just thinking about it and I'm like, that is so true. I was so scared at the beginning of summer, and like, probably for right reasons, I don't know. Like, it's so, like, that was so long ago, I don't even know what I was worried about. And I've grown so different now, like, I've grown so much that I'm like, maybe that doesn't matter, I don't know, like, but what I do know is that I was scared, and I was fearful, and I didn't enjoy living, which was so different to how I would say I typically feel. And I don't know, I've just realized that, like, oh, I am still me. And, like, this depressed part of myself is, in fact, just a part of me. And that's okay. Because the remainder of me is still there. And I'm still who I am. I'm Micah freaking Kahillig. I'm gonna not swear in this video. I hope. I don't. Well, okay. Well, so, yeah, like, I'm who I am. And that is more than enough, because it's always been more than enough. Like, I was writing a draft of a Substack that I probably will post this weekend, sometime soon. I don't know if you're listening. I don't know who's listening to this, but maybe if you want to check it out, like, I have a Substack. But, yeah, I love writing on Substack. Side note. But I was writing one, I'm working on it, and it all stems from this, like, journal entry I wrote a few days ago where I had no intentions of circling back to myself and reminding myself who I am. But I found myself writing about who I know myself to be and the reality of it all, and the reality that I, though depressed sometimes, still am me, and I am confident, and I'm supportive, and I'm, so loving. And after all, it all shows. And I look back at, like, even when I was depressed, I was still showing up for people, and I was still, caring and loving. And to me, that shows me strength. And knowing that I am strong in those ways and can persist, and hell, I'm still alive. That's crazy. Like, when I was really depressed, I genuinely thought, like, maybe this is it. But now that I've pushed through that, I'm recognizing now that, like, there is something in me that has such a strong will to live and to give life to others and support others through this life. And that is something that I, like, genuinely do believe is part of my purpose to be here. And it's just so interesting how life is so funny and will always remind me who I am, because I've always been so sure. And I don't know, recently I've just felt a lot more like myself, which has been so helpful. And honestly, how I came back to this was just recognizing how many people in this world still don't know me. And the people who do meet me and do know me and start to know me reflect who I am. Like, I was literally telling Zoe tonight that I was journaling about her and our other castmate, Gwen, the other day, because I thought it was so beautiful and so vulnerable that after I was gone in California for a week, I came back and they both were like, Micah, we missed you. We missed you. And, like, that sentiment of being missed And these people, I haven't even known for 2 months, like, let alone, we only started, like, chatting and acting friendly with each other, like, you know, a few weeks ago, because, you know, every show has that weird, awkward icebreaker period where you're trying to figure out who people are and whatever. That doesn't matter. The fact that these two people that I hardly knew were like, we missed you. Wow. That really showed me that who I am is someone to be missed. And that is exactly the feeling I needed to feel. And I'm so grateful that they told me that. And, you know, it's really interesting because I'm also going through some other things in my life where I'm realizing that, you know, maybe some people in my life I'm not as close to them as I thought I was. And that's okay because, hey, all good. No shade, like, honestly. And I know that people will come around eventually, and, like, I still love everyone in my life so much, and it's just so nice to have friends. But, like, I did have to kind of realize, like, hey, my friends really aren't there for me. Not there for, okay, I'm kind of just rambling, but, like, you know, the relationship dynamics in my life changed, and mainly with my friends. And you know what? That's okay, because who cares? I've grown so detached from that, and it's like, we live in a day and age where people have access to me. Everyone does. Everyone literally has access to me. Great. They can use that access whether or not I want them to. Hey, that's okay. Genuinely, like, I hope you know, you can't even see my face, but, like, I genuinely do mean this. Like, hey, communication works both ways, and I'm too tired of worrying for my communication's sake on my side that, you know what, I don't really mind, because I'm still gonna live. In fact, I'm living, and I'm breathing, and I'm moving day to day. And whether or not people want to hear from me, or whether or not people want to talk to me or see me, that's all a matter on them. Because I'm here. I'm not dead. I have a phone. People can text or call or whatever, or check in on me, and they can. And you know what? I'll respond. And I'll, it'll be like nothing ever happened, because I'm keeping all those people in my heart. I keep all my friends in my heart at all times. I just have realized recently that I don't have to vocalize that. I don't have to communicate that every single day and beg. And I was just recently listening to the new Tangent podcast. Recommend him. I love Tanner. I love what he has to say and what he's offering in this most recent podcast. And he said everything perfectly. Like, literally. People have access to everyone. And whether or not they choose to access you, hey, that's all right with me. Because, you know what? I know who I am. And I know the things that I want to do. So why would I hinge what I want to do? Why would I halt that? Why would I stop that? Because I think somebody else wants part of that, People in my life will make efforts to be a part of my life. And I accept that. I accept life for what it is right now. And what it is right now is it's very much, I had to come back to this. I had to come back to who I am. And did I have to go through did I go through hell and back? Yes. But I am happy to announce that we are so back. I'm so back and better. Because you want to know what? I feel more secure. I feel way more secure in everything going on in my life. All my relationship dynamics that have changed, the wishes and the dreams that I have, I feel way more content and detached from them. And I've low-key just stopped giving a crap, heavy on crap, because I was spending way too much worrying. I was spending way too much time worrying. And I'm over it. I'm over worrying. Like, I'll give you a sneak peek. The tagline of my Substack that I'm writing the title is called Get Up and Remember Who You Are. And then the tagline is literally, like, come on. My love, self-pity is not the best look on you. Like, your crown is falling, my love. And I believe that. My crown was slipping. And now that I have kept my head high, pushed my crown up, I can see. I can see now. Like, I can see clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. Like, I know who I am. And that's what's beautiful. And that's what sets me apart from anyone else. Is that I actually do know who I am. And I love to luxuriate in that. I love to feel like myself. And that's who I am, baby. Like strangers. Oh my gosh, this might have to be another video because my voice is getting kind of tired. Just because I've been singing all day. Like, hey, I've been singing all day, and I need to take care of my instrument. But this past week, so many kind strangers in my life. So many kind strangers that didn't even know that I needed kindness this week, but yet showed it to me. And it just, it's like the belief where everyone is a mirror of you. And these people mirrored back to me that, like, my kindness does mean something. And sure, I might not be able to see that now, or I might not believe it now, but I truly am so kind, and I try to be. And that reflects back onto me. Not saying that that's the point of being kind. You should just be kind. But when you are, kindness will be shown to you. And I needed that. I needed to show myself the kindness of being me. Because if you know me, like, you know that being, like, knowing who I am is so integral to my being and to how I interact with life. And when life happens, I rely on who I know myself to be. And I'm very blessed. I recognize that. I am very blessed to know that some people in this lifetime won't ever figure that out. They won't ever figure out who they are. They'll live day to day doing the things that other people have told them to and exist in this monotonous life, and that might work for them. That doesn't work for me. I have to make choices, and I have to make the choice to be myself, to make sure I'm fulfilled. And that is so beautiful to me. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed listening, if you are, if anybody is. But these are mainly for me, so I can look back on them. And I'm excited to look back on this one the next time I start to lose sight of who I am. Well, anyways, I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye-bye.